Now to this, LA County is pushing ahead with a state program to help the mentally ill.
It's called Care Courts, and the county wants to get it up and running this year. KCAL News political reporter Tom Wade is here now with all the details about this.
Yeah, and this is highly anticipated. People are really waiting to see how this plays out, Pat and Juan. So the county wasn't supposed to start rolling out this new program until 2024, but that's all changing. Here's the problem, though. The county has to figure out how they can house and treat all of these people who need help. Among LA's vast homeless population are countless people experiencing a mental health crisis. To address the issue, state lawmakers passed new legislation to create what's called Care Courts, essentially a new mechanism for local officials to get people into treatment if they need it. Now we've learned LA County plans to roll out the program this year, sooner than was originally scheduled. LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger.
The concept of the Care Court is to put together a program that's going to really facilitate conservatorships for a certain segment of the population.
Care courts are meant to function like this: a possible 2-year court-ordered plan for those who are deemed unfit by a team of specialists to care for themselves. There will be supportive services, medication, and housing.
The court plays a major role. I mean, the court is the gatekeeper, quite frankly. Conservatorships, there are specific laws surrounding it. And I know there are those that fear that we're going to be starting to commit people. Nothing could be further from the truth.
My understanding, this is not about criminalization.
Veronica Lewis is a director with HOPIX, an organization that provides a wide array of services to the unhoused in South LA and in surrounding communities. Lewis says there are pros and cons to forcing people into treatment.
I understand both sides of the fence. I understand that there are a lot of people who are not well enough and are not willing to get the help they need. And as you know, folks have died on the street. But the other side of it, though, I told you, whenever there's any mandates where you're taking people's rights away, the folks that suffer the most are people who look like me.
One of the major issues in implementing Care Courts: resources. LA County has to sort out where they can house and help people.
From where I sit, we have to be pushed out of our comfort zone. And I've been advocating for years to increase the number of beds we have available. That is going to be a part of the puzzle. And obviously, we're going to be stretching our resources. But I would argue that if we don't do anything, we are failing those that truly are the most vulnerable in need of our care.
Lewis says it's important for state and county leaders to understand the population of the unhoused in order to help them.
The overrepresentation of Black people experiencing homelessness. You know, they were less than 10% of the LA County population and over 35% of the homeless population. And it matters, and I'm saying that because I'm really hopeful that there is a racial equity lens that guides and informs the policies, the processes, and the implementation. Otherwise, people's worst fears will come to life.
The LA County Board of Supervisors has to vote on whether to join the Care Courts, but at least 3 of the supervisors, including Catherine Barger, who you just heard from in the piece, have said they support the program enough for a majority. And Pat and Juan, we were just talking during the piece about how important it is to keep people getting the help they need.
I like the fact that you said 2 years. That at least gives more time than just putting somebody on a hold and then releasing them, and there's you know, nowhere for them to get the extra help that they need. That's or somebody to care for them or look out for them.
Right, because then they end up in the same spot.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Juan. Thanks, Pat.